매번 야야야야야 불러 널 야야야야 내 맘을 고백하려고 타이밍만 보는 나 그런 나를 넌 보며 왜 그러냐고 묻네 너 때문에.
The day was too pretty to not capture it in your camera and keep it for your memories. The wind was chill, the leaves moved slowly, and as you passed the roads, you felt the chill air hitting your face, both from the car and from outside, while your favorite romantic song was playing in the background. The weather was romantic. After you were done clicking the picture of the sky, you spread your hands to hold the hand of your husband, which you had left to click the pictures. After holding his, the very first thing you noticed was how tightly he held your hand as if he was afraid to let you go. You looked at his, and a big pout was sitting in his lips, making him look 10 times cuter than he already was. But he did not really seem really cute last night, while he was pushing himself in and out of you, chasing for pleasure. But that was a talk for some other day. Right now, you looked at his face, and when you realized that you were looking at him, he turned his face to you. As if these words were all he needed, he had never smiled as fast as he did right now. He looked ahead with lots of hope and then turned to you once again and said, "Ever seen an object fall from a really high place?" Yeah, his smile fell even faster and the pout returned. To give you all a context, you were visiting your parents, and you were supposed to stay there for a week, which, let me tell you right away, Jungkook disagreed. But since you had not visited your parents for a long time now, they insisted on staying there for a week. Jungkook did everything in his power to stop you from going there, be it throwing tantrums, be it acting as if he won't get anything if you're not present in the house, or be it threatening you with not having meals on time. You asked him to come along with you, but he really needed to be present in his company. Jungkook stopped mid-sentence after he saw you glaring at him. Your parents prefer to live in a countryside, and thus it made it really hard for him to be connected to the city, which means if Jungkook goes there every day, he will be almost covering 50 kilometers every day apart from his place. Jungkook sulked while you moved towards his a little bit and kissed his cheeks so to console him. Jungkook huffed and you smiled while slowly caressing his cheeks all the way to your parents' house now. Once both of you finally reached the place, Jungkook looked at you one last time with lots of hope. Jungkook slowly nodded his head, finally giving up on making you stay, and he unlocked the door before stepping out and taking your luggage out of the car. You two stepped out of the car, and as if on cue, your mother rushed out of the house, taking you inside along with Jungkook. Jungkook said, being all pouty and sulky. Your father came and patted his shoulder with a teasing smile on his face, while your mother laughed, looking at Jungkook, making him hug you and hide his face in your neck. You chuckled and patted his head. Jungkook nodded his head, and all of you sat on your respective seats while talking and laughing before Jungkook returned to his place. All the time he was present there, he was clinging to you like a little baby. He said with all his heart, and he meant it in all the way possible, because for the next 2 days you only heard him throwing tantrums about how he is not being able to focus on work because he keeps on missing you, and that you should now return to him. For the next 2 days, you only heard him talking about all the difficulties that he was going through, and you knew for a fact that till some extent it was even right, but the way he exaggerated everything just to make sure that you returned to him was also understandable. And every night you assured him that there would be only few days left until you go back to him and stay for a week. It was the third day, and Jungkook had a meeting in the afternoon, which was the last thing that he had for the day. It was already night, and it was around 8 o'clock when you heard something from your window. For a minute you got scared, thinking that it might be something dangerous, but when you saw the shadow, you got up from your bed almost immediately. You opened the window, and Jungkook immediately jumped into your room. Before he could even say, he hugged you so tightly that you could not even speak. He had tightened his hold on your waist while one of your hands was on his head, keeping your head attached to his chest.